Hi and welcome to episode 52 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It is so good to have you here. As you can see, there is no Andrew. Andrew is busy and cannot make it this week. So fingers crossed it may be slightly shorter than normal. Well, it's no, because I'm going to a cast on party later and I'm going to cast on all the things. You can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have a Ravelry group, which is Arya Bark Podcast. We have a private group on the website for anyone who would like to take part in make-alongs and chatter and other stuffs. If you would like to sign up, it is completely free. We will ask you a few details, make sure that you're a crafter, and you can find that by going to the community tab, then groups, and then you'll get a notification that you are able to log in. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs, and we have a coffee page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We are currently hosting two make-alongs. The first one is the hashtag ABD StashSmash 2022. You must be a member of either the Ravelry or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner will be drawn by random number generator. Mr. Bark and Andrew will choose an entry each month from the charter thread, and the winner will receive a pattern prize of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. If it can be measured in metres, then it can be entered. So knitting, crochet, chinizing, crochet, spinning and weaving. Goals are at your own discretion. You can choose not to have any goals, or you can increase and decrease your goals whenever you like. Each person who enters will have one FO thread post that all projects will be logged in. Our next make-along is the hashtag Yappy and Scrappy Blanket Make-along 2022. Again, you must be a member of either the Ravelry or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly, with the next draw being on the 2nd of April. Physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner will be drawn by a random number generator. Mr. Bark and Andrew will choose an entry each month from the charter thread, and the winner will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. Any size of blanket can be entered. There is a minimum, there's no maximum size, because obviously your blanket, your choice. There is a minimum size for the blanket make-along, and I think what we've chosen is a premature baby blanket size, so that's roughly about 16 or 18 inches, be 16 or 18 inches. There is absolutely no maximum size. Go until you're finished. Make sure when you're putting your entries into the FO thread, I need to stop swinging this chair. Make sure when you're putting your entries into the FO thread that you also place them into the charter thread, not only to double your chances of winning a prize, but so I can increase my project list. I'm not saying I've cast something on because I've seen somebody's cardigan, but I did. The Islay is now out. I'll stick a picture in. It has been renamed as Drop. It is by Albina McLaughlin. It is available to purchase either on Ravelry, or you can, if you're unable to use Ravelry, you can contact Albina directly and she'll arrange for payment and the pattern to get to you. Cannot remember how much it is. I'm doing good. Anything else? I don't think so. This week we have coming in StashSmash whips and lined up for my cast on party tonight. Excited. In this week's episode there is just a whole lot of knitting. Timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. Either in episode 50 or 51, I had made the comment, I am doing really well at not buying yarn. I would like to take that back. Apparently I'm really good at not buying wool off Wool Warehouse. However, not so much for my yarny corner. Danny and Alex, I may need to stop following you. I am tempted often. This is my yarny corner. It is Funhouse. It's 100%. No, it's not. Start again. It's not 100% anything. It is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. It is stunning. Love it. Now, I seen this on Alex's podcast and I was like, oh, that looks nice. And then, when did it come? It came on Thursday. And when I opened it, I was like, oh my god. It looks stunning. It looks nice here. In real life, it is stunning. It smells great. I have absolutely no idea what this is going to become. I've not quite figured that out. I will need to sit and look at it, like the rest of Alex and Danny's dyeing, until I'm hit by inspiration. That is all I have brought in this week. I don't have any intentions of buying any more yarn because I really don't need it. But if Alex and Danny have an update, I may possibly partake. As you're all aware, my goal this year is to craft 26,000 metres from my stash. So far this year I have crafted 3,333.86 metres. Yes, I know my totals have been wrong. Clearly I can't count. I have not used anything this week, so my total remains the same. Previous incoming was 2,040 metres, and I'm pretty sure the entire amount of that was all my yarny corner. Yep, pretty sure it was all my yarny corner. May need to start a support group. I have added another 400 metres, which brings my total this year to 2,440 metres, and I feel no guilt. They're all stunning. I will make beautiful things with them. I'm not going to beat myself up. To target, that's not right. Goodness sake. I have 22,666.14 metres. Wee bit concerned that I might not make it again this year. But I don't care. So far this year I have crafted 174.04 metres of crochet and 3,159.82 metres of knitting. Is that right? Yes, it is. I am taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge is to craft 30 projects in 2022. Don't think I'll make that goal either. Not at the rate I'm casting stuff on. I have so far this year completed 3 projects and I'm sitting at 10%. May need to get my finger out because they're going well. Now, whoops, already finished. My first project, which is in my bag from my Naomi's favourite bag, is the, wait a minute, I get it open. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work because apparently I'm in the middle of a heel. These are the, get a bit of heel. Really shouldn't have stuck it there. Clearly my dinner must have been ready. These are the basic socks with integrated heels by Albina McLaughlin. Who else? Modifications, absolutely none. I am following the pattern as it's written. I am making a UK size 9. I have made a decision about who these socks are for. As you can see, I've done one heel. I think I need to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I am pretty sure I have finished I'm pretty sure that's me done the heel, and now I need to turn the heel. So my goal for this week will be to get that heel turn and both heels finished, and possibly another 2 inches. 2 inches. Say 2 or 3 inches. We'll go for a minimum of 2. 3 will be ecstatic. Rounds done on the leg. This is using, now to have one that doesn't look like a dog's dinner. This is using, it would help if I didn't put my knitting down on top of where I need to read. This is using Regia 4-ply mosaic colour in shade 05560. I still don't know, I like it. I just don't know if I like it. I know that sounds really weird. It looks nice, I don't know. Mr. Bark likes it, so he can have socks. This is discontinued. You're no longer able to get it. This has been in my stash for years. It is 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 400 meters in 100 grams. I'm using a 2.5mm higher sharp, and I think it's a 32. No, I'm not. It's a 40-inch cord. I'm going to just keep working on these, and hopefully what I normally do is I work on them when I'm editing and checking the upload. I'll knit on them at night when we're watching TV. I have moved my stitch marker up because I'm really bad at not doing that. So hopefully, sounds a reasonable goal. Kinda. See how bad my cast on party is later on. That pattern is available on Ravelry, or again, as with any Albina pattern, if you direct message her on Instagram, she'll arrange payment and for the pattern to be sent across to you. My next project is one that I keep threatening to rip out, and this is a Rick Rack room bag. Now, this is... I really need to stop putting bags where I need to read. I have made a complete dog's dinner of this. I'm in the middle of a row. Sorry about that. This is the Flying Fox shawl by Olga Fahim. It is available on Ravelry. Now, is it free or do you pay for it? I have no idea. I'll leave a bit up there. This was where I was last week. I have managed to fix my lace pattern, and it's lovely, and it sits the way it's supposed to sit on both ends. What was I doing? I was making things up. If you remember last week, I'd said that I was having a lot of problems with the mesh section. I may have hallucinated the second row of this, because there is no second row of this. It's one line that you repeat constantly. Well, I made it up and it didn't work. This is modifications. I'm doing absolutely none. I'm just following the pattern as it's written. I am using Drops Cotton Merino, which is a DK, and shade 21, which is Heather. Pretty accurate colour. I don't have another ball because I need to go into that cupboard and rake it out. That's my plan for after I record this. You get, it's a 50% merino, 50% cotton. You get 110 metres and 50 grams, and I am using a 4.5mm Knit Pro Zing. Stop it clattering off the table. I've threaded it in to my eyelets. I'll pull it out. This is how much it's been done so far. Now, I didn't worry too much about gauge because obviously I've got a ton of the cotton merino. So obviously I'm not really caring what size it comes out. So I have managed to get that section done, which was what I wanted to get done this week. Now for next week, I am going to push the boat out and say I'm wanting 2 sections done. The next 2 sections, if I remember correctly, aren't really that difficult. So I'm wanting to finish off. Obviously I've started part of this section, so I want to get this section finished and get another one done. Again, I will leave details up. I'll have left details up about whether this is a free pattern or if it's a paid for one. Anything else? No, that is it. My next project is that big, it doesn't even have a proper project bag. I'm just using a warehouse bag. Krabby Pants has found a jumper. We would like to thank Vicky, who is a lovely participant in StashSmash, who very kindly posted a picture of her cardigan, to which I was looking at the picture and I was like, well, that is really nice. And then I'm looking at the pattern, I'm going, that's the stitch pattern Andrew wants. I'll give him a girl's cardigan. So when I went looking, and I'm going to stick a picture in here, there is a lovely man wearing one. So I took a photo, and during knitting that on Wednesday, I was like, oh, well, I remember Andrew, do you want that cardigan? To which he was like, yes please. So I have cast on said Krabby Pants cardigan and ripped it out and cast it on again, and ripped it out and cast it on again. I really need to read patterns before I decide to offer them up as to knit for someone. Now, I have, the first time it got ripped out, obviously I'd done, right, am I at the back? Yeah, that's the front. I'd done this part here, okay, because this is your collar, this is at your back, and I'd done that, and I was picking up stitches along here. No, I'd picked the stitches up along here. I'll pull this back out. So I picked the stitches up along here, and was knitting away, turned back, was knitting in the opposite direction, and I was like, how is that stitch really loose? And it was one of the stitches at this side, at one of the sides. I had them on the dodgy stitch holders from Amazon. Now I'm using Arm, right, so they shouldn't be able to slip under the needle and fly straight off, and it laddered all the way down, and I was like, I have no intentions to try to pick that up. So I ripped it out and I started it again. I've got on slightly better this time. Obviously I've taken all my stitch markers out here, so I will hold it up for you to see. This is the back panel. These are, this is going across the back. Obviously I'll need to block it. Now from here I have to do an insane amount of rows for the back, so I don't think I'm going to make great progress on this week, but my goal is to have this section completed as per the pattern. And I've not told you what the pattern is. The pattern is Great Love by, I cannot pronounce this, so I'm going to leave a bit up there. Again, I'm not going to be making any modifications to this, I'm just going to follow the pattern. I'm not doing well at following the pattern, but I'm going to try and follow the pattern. Size, I am doing a size 6, which is an extra large. It is 146 centimetres or 57.5 inches. My gauge is slightly off from what the pattern recommends, so I'm kind of hoping that it's going to make it slightly bigger. The yarn I'm using is So Crafty. It is an iron yarn in shade Elephant. You get, in a 400 gram ball, you get 800 meters. It is a 75% acrylic, 25% wool. And I am using a 4mm needle. If I went up a size, I had too few stitches, and if I went down a size, I had one stitch too many, and I was like, I'd rather have one stitch too many than no enough. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I will leave a link if there is anywhere else that you can purchase the pattern from. Not 100% convinced this was the best pattern for me to do, but I've started now and I'm quite determined. I will get this cardigan finished if it kills me. I am not going to be able to move that marker. That's marking something else, so I need to get another marker. That's all the projects that I've worked on this week. I've made a half decent amount of progress. If I wasn't ripping stuff out and restarting them, it would be even better. But it is what it is. And I'm not going to cry over it because I'll put my big girl pants on and shift my bum. Tonya from Karma's a Stitch is tonight hosting a cast on party, and despite the fact that for weeks now I have been saying I'm not casting on any more projects, I'm not casting on any more projects, I'm not casting on any more projects, I've decided to cast on more projects. Now these are going to be done in the order in which I want them cast on. The last one is not confirmed that it's definitely going to be cast on today, and the reason why will become apparent shortly. Now my first project is the Rocket Tea by the Rocket Tea DK by Tanis Fibre Arts. I will be making a size for my needles. I will be making a size 6 or 44 inches. I will be using, now can I shift this down without the ball band leaking off? Crafty Things double knit yarn in shade, put that down and make it somewhere. In shade dark red. You get 330 meters in 100 grams. It's 100% acrylic. I don't care, it's a top for me. Where'd that bottom bit go? So that's my plan. I'm going to be using a 4mm Knit Pro thing. I had cast this on during the week and I was getting on great guns until I randomly started yarn over all over the place. So I ripped it back out, started Andrew's cardigan, and my plan is to have this cast on later on tonight. So that's my first cast on. The next two, obviously I'll stick pictures in all of these. My next one is the cornflower top by Drops Design. It is pattern number 210-31. I am planning on using, now I've had this in my stash for a while as well, it is Drops Paris. It is a Aran and it's in shade 100, which is light wash. It's 100% acrylic. You get 75 meters in 50 grams. Now this pattern calls for a 5.5mm needle. I've got a 5.5. I'm set. This can be cast on today. The next one, not so much. I do have a lot of cotton yarn in my stash, and it was all bought for the purpose of making cotton tops. I made one and never done any of the rest of them, so I'm trying to remember what patterns that I'd used the yarn, that I'd wanted the yarn for, and if I can't remember what the pattern is, I'm just going to find something that I've got enough yarn to make. The next one is pattern number 213-22, which is lavender charm top, again by Drops Design. I will be making a size 2, which is a medium, and it is a 46-inch bust. I will be using Drops Muscat in shade, can you see that, 04, which is lilac. Again, it's 100% cotton. This one, the Drops Paris is an Aran. This one's a DK. However, it is requiring a 4mm needle. I have no idea where all my 4mm needles are. Oh, actually I do. One's had an accident. One's on my Stephen West. One... Which project was that on? One's on Krabby Pants Cardigan. And obviously I've got another 4mm for doing the Rocket Tee. If I can find another 4mm needle, I can cast this on, because I'll just magic loop it. I don't care. I'm no fussy. Or I might need to bite the bullet and actually buy more 4mm needles. Now, I think I've bought more 4mm needles before. I think Mr. Bark and myself may need to pull the sofa out and check underneath it, because, oh, mind you, I may need to do a needle count in all my projects and see if I can nick a pair of 4mm needles. So that is all the projects that I have currently on the needles, or will soon be on the needles. Plans for this week, obviously tonight we'll have the cast on party with Tonya. Mr. Bark Senior has a hospital appointment on Monday and a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. The one on Tuesday is the doctor phoning him, which means I'll be down there all day until they phone. No other plans for this week. Andrew is hoping to be back next week. We'll see. And Knit Natters are on a Wednesday at 8 PM GMT. Had to think there. And a Friday at 11 AM GMT. If you would like to join in on the Knit Natters, private message me on the Arya Bark Instagram page. Not the Instagram page, direct message me on Instagram, and I will add you to the group. Attendance is not mandatory. You don't have to be there every week. You can just pop in and stay away as often as you like. We do have chats in between Knit and Natter, so if you want to join in, send me a wee message and we can get that sorted. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I am very conscious that I think I might be late for the cast on party, so I may have to shift my bum. So I hope you have a very crafty week, and we will see you back here again next week. Bye!